We're starving for connection. We feel lonely and alone in epidemic proportions. We're starving for our attention and focus in the face of massive distractions. We're starving for a level of energy and vibrancy in the face of daily mental, emotional, and physical exhaustion. We don't have to look far to see that we're in trouble. The greatest tragedy of a world filled with disengagement, disconnection, disease, and divisiveness
Alisha, DeLorenzo.
is that we've lost the connection to what brings us alive. What if I told you that the answers you seek are already alive within your organizations, just waiting to be discovered?
Alisha DeLorenzo has emerged as a guiding force, reshaping the way communities cut through the noise, lean into positive disruption. Alisha has been seen on PBS, NBC, New Jersey Spotlight News, organizing communities towards healing.
I work with organizations to identify and scale positive disruption. Put differently, positive disruption are these pockets of positive outlier practices hidden in plain sight. Positive disruptors are the people who are doing something just a little bit uniquely different, getting better outcomes despite having the same access to the tools, the resources, and the environment as everybody else. And so what happens is that innovation gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Because what happens is we say, we're not going to put ourselves out there, we're not going to put ourselves in that category of risk or vulnerability, so we'll just keep it to ourselves. We'll just hold it a little closer. Some of the people in this room have held the innovation and the wisdom a little bit closer. I found that organizations keep thinking that innovation comes from the outside, when what they really have to do is stop stifling it from the inside. It turns out that the way we do more with less is not to expect less of people, but to unlock that next level of aliveness in our people. Unleashing a culture of aliveness requires people feeling free to bring their diverse and innovative and disruptive, edgy, future-forward practices to the forefront, and to do so in such a way that others don't feel threatened by that deviation. What if this one question changes everything? Do I matter? When we think about belonging, we think about fit. I fit in. I am connected to. When we think about mattering, mattering answers these questions. Am I significant? Do people listen to me? At the intersection of belonging and mattering, we call this social significance. 4 distinct profiles exist that reliably predict expected work outcomes. We know that human beings are more engaged, more productive, more collaborative, happier and healthier when they're aligned with you rather than when they simply fit in or stand out in the organization. This is the pathway to move from disengaged to corporate ambassadors. Now, the good news is that if we know that, then we can solve for it. That we can create environments where we are intentional about making people feel like they matter. A recent MetLife study reports that employees who feel cared for are 92% more likely to be engaged, 65% more likely to be loyal to their employer, and 56% more likely to be productive. Leaders become more effective when they give people the agency to discover the innovation from within and let them lead others to adopt new behaviors. People are not only less resistant to change, but they become stewards of that change. We discover that we hold the power to unlock remarkable outcomes. Anybody willing to unlock some things inside? All right, you just gave me permission, so please stand up. So let's do the transformational work together that deepens engagement and unlocks creativity. Let's create the social networks from within to share knowledge that scales innovation and leads to sustained growth. The future is discovered one creative solution at a time. So what are we waiting for? Let's discover them together.